Hey all, this is Justin with a quick note in between episodes. We've got new episodes every Monday through Thursday. We are already scheduled out, published, and ready to go. Just waiting to trigger the email notifications to you all for episodes through mid-March. So we are really moving ahead at full speed. I wanted to ask for a quick help for the Beyond the Uniform audience members who may have an inclination towards writing. And you'll see a note about this in an upcoming newsletter, but I wanted to give listeners a quick first stab at this. Where this is coming from is that in my job at Schatzer and my work at Storybox and Beyond the Uniform, I'm always trying to learn more about marketing, about how to slice through the noise to capture people's attention. And I read a post from a friend who does a lot of work and was just basically walking through a very interesting look at content marketing. And what I took away from it was the value of extracting more from the content that we have. So as an example, we publish these podcasts twice a week, and a lot of people, a lot of military members get value from listening to the podcast. And what he was talking about in this interview is, okay, well, you can extend that value by doing text transcripts, which we do thanks to Kathleen Dillon, who furiously writes down a transcript of each of our episodes. But then he talked about converting that to other forms. And the one that stuck with me that's related to my request is he talked about the value of then taking that and condensing it down to around 2,000 word essays, almost as a standalone article for each episode. And the reason why that's so valuable is, first of all, just realizing the number of people in the military who don't yet listen to podcasts. Maybe it's not their thing, maybe it's not their preferred format, but they may be open to reading an article. It might be nice to be able to see a quick summary of what to learn from Pepsi's CEO, who's a former Marine, or once a Marine, always a Marine. So there's that value of providing these bite-sized summaries that may be in a format more digestible for members of the military. Another benefit is something called search engine optimization, and we want to spin up a blog for Beyond the Uniform, where we're going to start to publish these articles. It helps people find this content, especially when they're searching around on Google. We can start to become more of an authority that Google knows, hey, if someone's searching for things related to military veteran transitions, Beyond the Uniform has a lot of wisdom, thanks to our over now 250 interviews to date. And so it's something that we're going to try as an experiment to crowdsource to our listeners. And the way that it works is if you're interested, you can either email me at justin@beyondtheuniform.io, or you can respond to our newsletter, which is sent out twice a month. And we're going to have an excerpt in the next newsletter about this. The way that we're processing this is that Andrew Woolridge from our team, he does all our data analysis. He looked through and figured out what our most popular episodes are. It pulled out the top 10 or 20 of those, and that's where we're starting. So if you listening are interested and you write to us, we're going to just take from that list. We're going to send you the link to the episode. You will have Kathleen's text transcript that you could slice down to size. You can listen to the episode. It's one of our most popular ones, so it might be a good way for you to just filter through that. But the goal is then to have you take a little bit of time and write a almost like a Reading Rainbow book review on what that interview is. Maybe some of the points that stood out to you, a summary, just something that someone reading it's going to walk away from with some value. And I always remember one of my teachers in, I think at the Naval Academy or in high school, that just talked about if you ever want to learn something, the best way is to teach someone else, because then you're forced to ingest and internalize and digest this in a way that you really understand it and master it, and then you're able to teach someone else. And so that would be my challenge to those of you, if this is kind of piquing your curiosity, is it's a great way for you to extract more value from the content, but also to give back to the military community, because I know there's a lot of people out there who aren't aware of Beyond the Uniform, or maybe it's just not their thing for a podcast. And so we're really excited to expand out beyond just the podcast. Again, we're just extracting more value from existing content to complement what we're doing. You're welcome to do one. You're welcome to do a dozen. We're just going to kind of start doling out episodes as people respond. So thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting us. If this is of interest to you, again, you can email me at justin@beyondtheuniform.io. You can submit a form on our contact us sheet on the website, or just respond to our newsletter. Thanks. We've got a ton of great episodes ahead. Very excited for the ones we've got in store and the ones coming down the pike later this year. Talk to you soon.